Dan, what's up, man? Um, yeah. So y'all let me know what state you're watching from in the comments. I know where Dan's at, up in the great state of Nebraska. Oh, I'm backwards, y'all. I don't know why Tiki doesn't allow that to just be a disabled feature. It's always pops up immediately that it's mirrored. Like it didn't even give you the option. John, what's up, man, from Texas? Same here, brother. Got a little rain out today. It's still thundering, lightning. I might actually go to bed early. We didn't get home until late last night from we had a volleyball game for my daughter. So as soon as my turnaround was over, my 12 hours was over, I'd hit the road, caught up with the family up there and watch my daughter's volleyball game. I'm blessed I get to do it. But yeah, I don't know. It was almost somewhere between 11:30 and midnight before I hit the hay, and then the alarm went off at 3:45. So Ugh, just been a week. It's been a couple weeks being in turnaround. If y'all ever work turnaround, you know, you get it. Um, but yeah, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Logan. Man, I am I'm just a blue collar dad from a small town in Texas. A husband, a dad. We live in a small town here in Texas with one stoplight. And the only way I knew to make money for most of my life was just like my dad, just like my granddad, my grandparents, just like everybody I knew around me. And that was punching the clock, trading hours for dollars. And yeah, I still do that. But I, I used to work all the overtime, even the last couple, I guess, not this last summer, but the 2 summers before. Man, had started a lawn mowing business. I was mowing yards in the weekends, the evenings. I'd get home from work, load everything up, back out the door until it got dark. And I knew something had to change. I had to do something different, you know. And so I started looking, and I uh, ran across a post. It was actually on FB about making money online and making 100% profit and all this stuff. And I was like, that sounds way too good to be true because I had tried multi-level marketing before, where you're at very best making 40% profit, doing a lot of work, living on the phone, living in text messages and DMs, and bugging friends and family, and that I dang sure didn't want to do that again. I was out. It was a lot of work for not a lot of trade-off, and my time with my family is it's important and it is priceless. And so I wasn't willing to do that again. Didn't want to. I mean, and it's not a nod at or a I'm not talking bad about multi-level marketing or network marketing because that's not what this is, but um, I've seen people completely change their lives. I mean, absolutely make just crazy money. And so more power to them. It wasn't for me. But what I saw was digital marketing. And if you've ever heard of digital marketing, drop a one in the comments for me. Okay. And if you don't know what it is, drop a two for me real quick. Okay. Listen, let's take care of some housekeeping real quick. This is my only account. I will not message you first. Okay. I want you to, John, Dan. Okay. I got you guys. I got you a two, right? I want you to drop me a thumbs up, something to let me know that you hear me on that. I will not message you first. Okay. That is very important. I say it multiple times when I go live. I've even created some content about it because I don't even know how many now. I've blocked somewhere between 200 and 300 copycat accounts of mine. They see people having success in the online space. Somehow they copy their content. And every time I report them, Tiki just, hey, I appreciate it, Dan. Uh, Tiki tells me that they're not doing anything wrong, even though their community guidelines um, say that you can't impersonate other people like that or steal their content. Yep, absolutely does. And here's what'll happen: they'll hop on live, some random account that doesn't look like anything, and they'll see who's in here. And they'll start messaging you. They'll start talking about investing. They'll start talking about in crypto. Um, I've had people be like, "Hey, did you message me on Telegram?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't even have Telegram. I don't have Telegram. I don't have WhatsApp. I will not message you first." So I want you to know up front that if you get a message from an account like that, it is not me. Okay. Because if you want more information about digital marketing, and I'll break that down in just a second, um, right, reach out to me, shoot me a DM. Okay. If you want to learn more, you want to see more about it, you can absolutely click the link in my bio and take a look. Um, but I'm just on here sharing because of what it's done. I see you, John. What it's done for me and my family. What I saw in the beginning was, I'll be honest, right? It was what's in it for me. I was just trying to get some time back with my family, trying to make a little extra money, try and stop mowing yards to get that time back with my family. And so let me break that down. Digital marketing. Um, Digital marketing is just the ability to use the online space, whether it's the internet, high traffic websites, social media. I prefer social media, right? Because it's free. Um, to create content to attract customers to you. So it's the ability to promote a product, a service, anything in the online space. But when you learn to attract customers to you with your content, that means you don't have to go out and bug friends and family. That means you don't have to go bug your coworkers. You're not having to pay for advertisement, like, right? Because the old school marketing was TV ads, billboards, newspaper ads. I have somebody about once a month, some lady still does Avon. Anybody else heard of Avon? Still does Avon, and I guess they drive around the neighborhood and throw out these little catalogs once a month in everybody's driveway. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm using social media to attract customers that want what I have to offer because when you learn how to use the algorithm the right way, you learn how to train it and you learn how to use it, it goes to work for you. And that was an absolute game changer for me. So, right, what I saw people making five, 10, $20,000 a month, and I was like, great for them. Right? How are they doing it? Like, what's up? Um, right. But the more I dug in and started looking at it, I was like, man, if I could really start learning these skills, if I could plug in and be coachable and be consistent, like, man, just 900 bucks a month would do a lot for my family, right? Anybody else, an extra 900 bucks a month, what would that feel like? Would that help take some burden off? I mean, Christmas is right around the corner, extra 900 bucks in September, October, November, December, because that's all I could see in the beginning, right? But then I started making $1,700 in a month. I started making $2,700 in a month. Single income house, and this dude, I didn't even know how you do it, brother. Seriously, like, because me and my wife both were working full time. I was mowing yards in the evenings and weekends with four kids. Like, part of it was that at that time, at 42, well, there's a lot, right? At 42, there's a lot of times I laid in bed and I'm like, how did we get here? Like, we've got credit card debt. We don't have a plan for college. Our oldest one was going into being I don't know why that was a tongue twister. He was going into a senior year and it's still hard. So I can't imagine how hard it is being on a single income. Are you okay? Just a quarter? Oh, getting the candy box down, huh? Huh? You don't need some. Sorry, youngest one's sneaking. It's her candy box, but uh, oh, nobody else can have it unless they ask. Can I have some? Oh, I don't need it. Thank you, though. I was just testing you. I was just testing you. Um, yeah, sorry, I got all sidetracked. It's hard, but I haven't lost faith. Yeah. No, you got to keep going, right? I mean, that's life, right? We can't just hang it up and be like, no, I'm not going to be an adult anymore. Adulting's no fun. Um, you just gotta keep pressing in, keep working hard, But I'm a firm believer that because I've seen it in my own life. I mean, 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, a job that I thought was steady, I thought was a retirement job. I wasn't happy in it um, because I was the most senior guy in the group, been there the longest. I was training everybody below me, but yet I was making $20,000 a month less than everybody else. Whoa, what happened? Sorry, Brandon. I don't know what happened, brother. I guess I was scrolling and hit you. Um, right, so I wasn't happy. They were always constantly moving the stick or the stick, moving the carrot on a stick, like, oh, well, if you'll do this, we'll get you a pay raise. And it was always just, oh, well, we don't have in the budget this year. Oh, well, you need to do this. It was always just moving. And almost 3 years ago in January, 3 days before my birthday, they sent me an email, said, hey, you need to be back in the office because we worked out in the field. You need to be back in the office at 11. And I was like, that's super strange. And I hadn't been written up, whatever, come in. They just let me go. And ooh, as a husband and a father uh, of four, you're right. Being the main provider, like I had never been let go from a job. And I could have chosen that moment to just shut down like I felt like I wanted to, but I was like, I know I got to do whatever I got to do to provide for my wife and kids, and whatever that means. Going through all the things in my head, like, oh, I'm gonna sell my truck, that'll get us out of a truck payment, this and that. Like in the meantime, but God showed up within 2 weeks. I had a job, didn't even have to apply for a job, didn't have an interview. Um, I guess kind of an impromptu interview. Talked on the phone with a guy for a few minutes, and he was like, "Well, let me see what I can do. I don't know, it might be a month or something. Process is kind of slow. When you click on the link, what do you choose from there? Daily Pay Champions. So that other link, that um, Digital Champion Dads, that's my online community where I coach and mentor guys that like people, my customers. I have to be careful on wording on the TikTok. They just pushed out some new stuff, and so I don't want to get shut off. Um, my customers get in there for free, but then there's other dads in the online space doing other things, and they want to be inside that community of other dads learning skills to create income online because right, the online space is so dominant, so heavy with women. Like, and I saw it when I got in online space, like the guys are few and far between. And I think it's really because we're just used to trading hours for dollars, working with our hands, working with our bodies, um, and working for somebody else or our own business, whatever it may be. And we see those online things as, well, that's not hard work, right? It can't really pay you like that because it's not hard work. And man, that's why I do this, because other dads need to know that there's actually a way to create income in the online space, right? And yes, it's a course. It was an investment, right? But that one-time investment in my own online business gave me 4 digital products that somebody else created, but I get to resell them over and over again for 100% profit. But the best thing for you is, like, if you bought one of those 4 courses from me, I have to be careful on wording. Sorry. If you got started on one of those 4 courses, you get the same resale rights, right? Yes, I would make 100% profit that first time. After that, I make 0% on anything you would say. If you turn around and sell that program to other people, you make 100%. I don't make a penny off of it. So it's not like multi level marketing, network marketing, where you're trying to build a team and you're getting a percentage from them and a percentage from them and all these things. It's nothing like that, right? And in the beginning, I'll be honest, right? I thought it was just buy a program to resell a program. Yes, it gave me. He's okay. It's just thunder, so he's all worked up. Uh, where are you? Um, right. That's all I could really see in the beginning. I mean, I saw that there were other opportunities to be able to create income online. And now just got a text from Dan. Hey, y'all do me a favor real quick, right? Yes, this is gonna help me out, but it helps you out too. Okay. It's free to do, super easy. Mash those hearts over there, share this thing out with some other dads that need to hear it, right? Um, because social media is social. They want you to be social. So when you engage in social media, when you like, share, comment, do all those things, it tells the algorithm that you're an active part of the community. And so it pushes your content out too if you're trying to do something to create content. And if you're not doing that yet, you decide to do it down the road, that's a pro tip. That's why people always say like, comment, share, all those things. So when there's engagement, the algorithm sees that and it says, hey, people like this content. We're going to push it out to more people because they're engaging with it. Now, people are just sitting back watching, which I get it. It happens. You even get people on lives that uh, watch from the outside. And Pelson, hey, sorry, I missed your comment. Watch from the outside. And I get it. I've been one of those people. Right? Let's see. Oh, I'm just tired, y'all. I'm just tired. Um, right, but I don't think I shared that part. Right. So I got started in online space. It took me almost a month to make my first $900, making 100% profit. I was like, okay, all right, maybe this thing will work, right? But I'd never had a following. I wasn't a content creator, so it was uncomfortable for me. Absolutely was. But so was having to check our bank account multiple times a week, getting paid on a Friday, paying all the bills, going to get groceries, filling up the car and the truck, and looking at our bank account for the next week and a half, going, how are we going to make it? That wasn't comfortable either. So I knew I had to do something different. I knew I didn't know the first thing about making money in online space. So making that investment into that program made sense, especially when I saw that it gave me those 4 done for you digital products that were proven to sell already. When I saw it a year ago in August, it had already made over $30 million collectively in its first 10 months, 11 months. Right. And so when I saw that, I was like, okay, so this is proven to sell. It actually solves the problem because people want to know how to create income online. But even if they knew how to do it, they need something to sell and they need to know how to attract customers to them. Right. You see people all the time creating content and they may have a bunch of followers and the only way they may have 1 million followers and the only way they make money creating content is monetizing social media. The problem with that is if something happens to this app, like they're saying it possibly could here in the United States, and that's your only way of creating income, like what happens when it goes away or what happens when it changes? Right. But when you actually deliver a product or a service that solves a problem for people, that's that's where things actually change. Right. And so when I began to look at that and I saw that, and I saw those 4 done for you digital products, but more so than that, that it gives you a free automated system, a free automated email system, a free automated sales system. When I saw that, I was like, this is like I can't even wrap my head around it. Like how can one investment for that kind of money give you all that stuff? Give you the resale rights where you make 100% profit. Like, but then when I started doing my research, Like, this is the digital world. Things changed, right? Making money like my dad did 30 years ago, if that was the only thing I was going to do, and I saw it in our lives, right? $100,000 now isn't near what it used to be in 2000. And I was feeling the crunch on our finances. And so I knew I had to do something different. I saw, right, in the last 30 years, what's happened. We've gotten access to the internet, we got smartphones. Now we've got crazy smartphones with crazy cameras. Social media has just absolutely exploded. So why not learn a new skill, a new craft, something you can do without giving up your full-time job, but something you can build up and surpass your income and create options, whether that's getting debt free, investing in other things, or being able to just be your own boss, work your own schedule, work from anywhere as long as you got a internet connection. And most places in the world either have cell service or a Wi-Fi connection. You can go down to any McDonald's and get on Wi-Fi for free. But how would that feel to start having 300 to $900 days on repeat between now and Christmas? How would it feel? What if you were like my buddy Brian that got started in July, just over 2 months ago, got started as a brand new beginner, didn't know the first thing about it, made $1,800 in less than his first 2 weeks. Right under 6 weeks, had made $6,200, and right at his 2 month mark, hit $10,000. Brian's coachable. He's consistent. Man, he plugs into the training. He turns around and puts it into action because we get daily actionable videos saying these are the 3 pieces of content to make today. Right? And it might be a 7-second video that I make, put some words on the screen because I'm getting ready for work or I'm on my lunch break or we're between sets at my daughter's volleyball game. Like, you can truly fit it into your pockets of your day because social media has such a reach. And when the algorithm knows who your perfect customer is and it pushes your content to them, it attracts them to you. Man, everything could absolutely change for you. Everything could absolutely change. Last month alone, I made more than my wife's full time 40-hour a week, 40 plus hour a week job working for a chemical plant, doing it in 2 hours a day on average. Right? But how would that feel if you could do the exact same thing? How would it feel if you did like I did and covered all your bills in a month and had money left over? What if you did like my buddy Brian? If you got started now, September 17th, before Thanksgiving, how would it feel if you made $10,000 like Brian did in his first 2 months? But more than that, I want you to like fast forward a year. If you can make $10,000 in your first 2 months as a brand new beginner, fireman, fireman Dan, what's up, brother? Where are you watching from? So I have to be very careful about my wording on the Tiki with the new community guidelines and stuff. But if you want to see some more information, you can click that link in my bio, absolutely look at it, or better yet, you can just send me a message. Okay, you can send me a DM. I thought I set it up where it was going to have oh, look, maybe I did it right here. I just didn't know. Let's see. How do we do this? Let's see. Hey, look at that. Look at me figuring stuff out. It's new, right? It's just learning. Okay, so you can send me a message there. I can get you some more information. I just have to be very careful about how I word things. Again, it's been a little bit. This is my only account, y'all. I will not message you first. That's why I always tell people if you want more information, message me. Okay. Because I will not message you first. I've blocked over 200 copycat accounts and they always, always, always message people first. Let me actually look and do some housekeeping here, see if it looks like we got any crazy ones. A lot of times they'll show up Jesse's in here. What's up, Jesse? Right. And so, enough about all the storytelling. Oh, I was going to say, right? Imagine in a year, if you started as a brand new beginner like Brian and made $10,000 in your first 2 months, imagine what you could do in a year when you've gotten better and better. Right? It's like learning a new skill. If you were trying to learn how to skateboard, you just got to get your balance first and get moving. And then you start working up to doing tricks. And the longer you do it, the better you get. And it's a lot more impressive, right? How many hours every day do you have to work? Right now, I'm working 12 hours a day. We were working 72 hours a week we've got a turnaround at the plant. Are you talking about, I'm sorry, you're talking about my online business, Jesse? You can tell my world is consumed with turnaround. And that's why I'm going to have to keep this short online on average 2 hours a day. Right now, it's probably not that much. Um, I'd have to sit down again and like time it, how long it takes me to make those three pieces of content, maybe edit some a little bit, respond to some messages, respond to some emails, maybe create a newsletter that goes out to the thousands of people that are in my system. Um, but right now, probably an hour and a half if I were just to be ballparking. And some days it's less than that. Like yesterday, um, you know, got up 4:30, slept in a little bit, um, got up, went to work. As soon as I got off work, drove almost an hour and a half to volleyball, watched volleyball. We ate dinner. We got home. It was 10:30 ish last night. I think I only created two pieces of content yesterday that took me. Hey, what's up, Mike? It was a pretty good day. We got rained out, lightning out, I guess, actually. So only put in like 10 hours today. Um, but I think the whole family's just feeling exhausted from yesterday after the volleyball trip, getting up, getting home late, and everything else. But yeah, like some days I make more 7 or 8 second videos than I do other days. I may only make one talking video, and it might take me 5, 10 minutes, and the other two are like a 7 second video where I'm not even talking. So just type some words on the screen. Those take maybe 5 minutes apiece. And then respond to some messages, respond to some comments, respond to some emails. Of course, yesterday I sure didn't go live. Now, like today, right? I'm going live, so I'm spending a little more time. But on average, it's 2 hours a day. And I'll be honest, guys, right? When I first saw that and people were talking about a 2 hour workday, I didn't have 2 hours that I was willing to give up. I didn't think because I was working a full time job, come home and go mow those yards until it got dark, come home, eat dinner by myself, take a shower, get in bed, get up, do my quiet time, go work out, off to work again by 6:30. Like, but when I really began to start, what really triggered me? Anybody have an iPhone? Drop a one in the comments if you have an iPhone, right? Because every Sunday my iPhone tells me like you spent so much screen time this week, and you can go look at the different things that you spent time on social media and all the things. And I was like, how much time am I wasting of my life doom scrolling social media? I was like, and it just adds up a little bit here, a little bit there. Like, oh, I'm at work early. Pull out your phone, scroll some content, whatever, FB, IG, looking for a funny video on here, put it up, go to a meeting at work or something. We get out, everybody's kind of standing around. Oh, did you see this video? And then you pull it out. Next thing you know, you lost 5 minutes of your life. Lunch break. Like all those little times add up. And it was crazy how much time I was wasting on social media. And so when I began to look at it, I was like, what if I could just not waste time scrolling social media or scrolling TV, going, man, there's nothing on TV. I'm going to keep looking. Like I realized I can make that small shift, create those three pieces of content, respond to some messages to be able to start having $900 days. Absolutely. Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else think you could find 2 hours a day in the pockets of your day? 5, 10, 20 minutes at a time here and there throughout your day to create 3 pieces of content, respond to some messages, direct people to your website so that you can start having your own $900 days? Yeah, it seemed like a no-brainer to me. Took me time, but I found a way. Yeah, we make time for the things that are important. It was important to me to get this thing 2 days on. Oh, yeah, being a fireman. You do a "What's up, Christina?" Y'all, listen, Christina is a prime example, right? I was talking about I was a brand new beginner. Brian was a brand new beginner. I'm good. How are you, man? Christina was a brand new beginner, what, last September, October? Didn't know the first thing about it. Christina was a stay-at-home mom, a wife, and, a veteran's wife, and she was doing things trying to create some extra income around the house because 3 boys, grocery bill's expensive. Her husband's October. Okay, so Christina got started in October, made her first sale in 2 weeks, but now Christina's having 6, 7, 9,000, somewhere around 7, 8, $9,000 a month, but she's continuing to grow. She's continuing to get better every single day, just like all of us, right? From a brand new beginner that was before that, she was baking cakes and cookies in her kitchen, spending a lot of hours in a hot kitchen baking, but there's a lot of overhead. There's a lot of ingredients and icing and all the tools to make those pretty cakes and cookies. And she was busting her chops to make just a little bit of extra money just to not feel guilty because her husband's out busting his chops at a blue collar job. She's like, I want to provide extra income for her family, but I don't want to drive an hour to work and work a 10, 12-hour shift and drive an hour back being a nurse. Like, I want to raise my boys. I want to spend that little bit of time in the evenings with my husband. I don't want to be out working. And she got started and is absolutely crushing it, y'all. But that's just the power of being coachable, being consistent, showing up, right? And there's nothing special about any of us other than we just decided to punch fear in the face and say, you know what? What if it does work? Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. $1,800 in her sleep. Like, that's the power of the automated system working for you, right? You create some content, you go live, you post some free online ads, however you want to do it. I said a year ago I would never go live. It was completely out of my wheelhouse, right? But yet here I am. We just said, yes, anybody can do this. Absolutely. Right. Did I mull it over for 3 weeks? Yes. Was I scared to take a jump? Yes. Was I scared of creating content? Absolutely. But I was more scared of our life staying the same. I was more scared of the next 20 years doing the exact same thing that I've been doing the last 20 years. And I was scared of what our life was going to look like because I knew life was just going to continue to get more and more expensive. Inflation was going to continue to outgain cost of living raises. I knew I was going to have 4 kids going to college. I knew that we were going to have grandkids one day. Like, it just wasn't, I saw no hope in punching a clock working for somebody else for the next 40 years, getting us the life that we wanted. Right. And if you're in a position that you think something has to change, I don't know how I made it to 43 years old and we're in the position that we're in and we're swimming in credit card debt and the cars are financed and the house is financed and every bit of money we make is that's coming in is going right back out. Hey, I appreciate it. Right. And I couldn't see 10, $20,000 a month. I couldn't, not for me. I thought, I'm just a blue collar dad from a small town in Texas. Like, there's no way I could make that kind of money. I don't have the time to make that kind of money, and I just wanted 900 bucks a month. but now I'm having $5,000 to $10,000 months from my phone. And now I get to help other dads do the same thing. Start learning those skills so they can start creating income while they're still working their full-time job, right? Imagine, am I into stocks? No, Joe. I'm not into crypto. I'm not into stocks. WhatsApp, Telegram. I won't message you first. Hey, Christina, did you see that live that from Tony that I sent to you earlier? Because he was talking about some of the new updates with the Tiki Talkie digital marketing. Joe, have you ever heard of it? He was talking about you can say link, but you can't say anything about trading that for something. You can say if you want more information, you can go to the link in my bio. Or he said a big one, the best thing to do right now, like selling product type stuff. I sell digital products and make 100% profit on them. Digital products that somebody else created because of a one-time investment. Um, and if you want some more information, absolutely send me a DM. I will get. Yeah, you can tell I'm tired. How red my eyes are. Jeez. My wife told me earlier that she could tell I was tired just the way I was sitting. What kind of digital products? These are e-learning. Yes, I did send that email. These are e-learning courses that teach people how to create income online. But what really stands this program apart from so many others is that you make 100% profit. It's not affiliate marketing where you're making 40%, 70%, 80%. You make 100% profit. You get a free automated system that works for you in the background. And if y'all want to see that, drop a one in the comments. I'll show it to you. Have a good one, Mike. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off before too long. Hang out with the family a little bit, maybe go to bed early, but that's not my motive. Um, I am. I used to always be a night owl. This is totally random, but I used to just be a night owl. Love to sleep in on the weekends. And I started working out. Realized I didn't have time in the afternoons, evenings to do it, so I started working out in the mornings. And now I'm a night owl and a morning person. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I get like at most nights I get like 5 hours of sleep. My wife's like, "What do you do getting up in the middle of the night?" I was like, "Well, I get up, do my quiet time, read my Bible, journal, pray, and I go lift weights, get it all knocked out before y'all get up." So, but I am kind of struggling today after getting home late last night and from volleyball. But yeah, Tony's live earlier, Christina, was pretty good. He was saying tell people to send you a DM. Of course, as soon as I did that, as soon as I got off there, I had some comments on my video. I said, "Hey, if you want some more information, shoot me a DM." I didn't say shoot because I might get in trouble for that. I was like, "Send me a DM. Absolutely, talk to you. I'll get you some info." And bam, taken down. But as soon as I filled them, it said they were restoring them. I hadn't looked to see, probably hadn't yet, being the way that Tiki Talkie bots have been going here lately. It's it's wild, but that just means there's about to be a shift. Something's going to happen either with this app or something else is going to start popping off. Right, and that's the cool thing is that you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket with social media. You can start with one, start learning it real good, create a following, start making money, branch out into some other ones. I'm not being smart, genuinely asking. Oh, what did I miss? I'm sorry, Joe. Only saw what kind of digital products. See it, Christina. Um, e-learning courses that teach people how to create income online, right? And my niche, I guess you say, is that I help dads, I help men. It probably did filter it. I help men, help dads learn how to create income in online space, still working a job, doing it in the pockets of your day, but learn how to start having $5,000 to $10,000 months from your phone. You like using TikTok. So there is a faceless option. There's some training in there on faceless. I tried to start faceless in the beginning. Um, I say tried. I created like 3 pieces of content that were faceless, and I was like, "Forget it." Like, I'm seeing people on here making 10, $20,000 a month. Like, I can get out of my comfort zone for that. So, I started making videos and was completely uncomfortable. Even a year ago, I said, you're not gonna catch me going live on TikTok." Like, it's way too uncomfortable, and you don't have to go live. You don't have to at all. Like, there's a lady inside our community that's made $500,000 and she's never went live. But, faceless, I'll be honest about faceless. I don't want myself out there. That's what I'm getting at. You can do faceless. It's just usually, from what I've seen, it just takes a little bit longer to get things going, but you can absolutely build an empire with faceless. I mean, look at IG. People do it all the time. Christina, I was the same. Didn't like social media. Funny TikTok was all I watched. The info's changed it all. Yeah. How soon could you start making money? I've seen people make money, like my friend Ashley out in East Texas. Um, she made $5,400 in her first 72 hours. It took me uh, just less than a month. Christina on here made her first $900 in less than 2 weeks. Brian, that I met through social media, got started with me as a complete beginner. I was like, "Hey, man, let me give you some pointers because some of the things that I did and some of the things I didn't do that I would do different if I had it to do over again." Right. And that's where I come in and help mentor people. Um, and I was like, here's some things that I didn't do that I would do, and here's some things that I did do that I wouldn't do. And right, he made $1,800 in his first 2 weeks, made $10,000 in his first 2 months, and he works 7 on, 7 off uh, shift work. So it's 7 days on, 7 off, 7 nights on, 7 off. And when we talked in early July, he was like, "Dude, does this really work? Because I'm picking up extra shifts at work, and every day, it's 12 hours at minimum. Then my commute to work and back, like I'm missing all that time with my wife and my son." And he's like, "Does it really work? Because I'm looking at mowing yards or pressure washing houses, windows, sidewalks. This can do wild things for you." Absolutely. Absolutely, Christina. Did you start your community yet, Christina? Um, right. So he got started and then just in the last, 2 months made $10,000. Um, but he wasn't working the overtime. He got to go with his wife and his son on little day dates when he was before his son was back in school and his wife's a teacher. So they got to go, make the memories, be present. Regular people, all walks of life. There's a place for you. Absolutely. The online space, like there is so much room for everybody because everybody's story is just a little bit different. And you attract people that are just a little bit different. And sometimes you overlap and people see that and they go, "Hey, I just feel like, I can really know, like, and trust you. And so I want to get started with you versus somebody else." But that's the thing. That's a great thing about our community. Right? Me and Christina, she didn't start with me. I didn't start with her. We ran into each other on social media through the community, started supporting each other. And like there are so many people inside this community. There's over 56,000 people. And the people that show up and encourage you and build you up and comment and like your content, support you, help push your content out to other people. And I reciprocate, we all do. And because we realize um, you don't have to fight against each other because there's almost 5 billion people on social media. But now I've learned how to create, just like Christina's doing, create passive reoccurring income through a community, through coaching other people. I've got other affiliate links that create passive reoccurring income. Like you learn all this inside the program, and I didn't realize how you can just exponentially create income in the online space once you really start sinking your teeth into it. And like I said in the beginning, I thought it was just buy a program to resell a program, and I saw it as a means to an end. Like, hey man, if I can just make 900 bucks a month, like that'd be a huge game changer for me. But then I realized, hey, I made 900 bucks in my first month. What if I could start having $900 weeks? But but what if I could start having $900 days? Right? And I couldn't see every day being a $900 day in the beginning. I thought, like, if I could just average $300 a day, that's $109,500 a year. Rebecca, 0 followers, no bio, absolute scammer. Welcome to the block party. Sorry, y'all. Um, right. $300 a day is $109,500 a year. That would really start making some shifts for our family because my wife wants to get back home to spend that time with our kids, to do the things around the house, to be that mom at the drop off line and the pickup line, and be the mom that gets to be at the field trips and the class parties because she used to be able to do that. Just wanted 900 a month, never thought it could do what it's done. Absolutely. I mean, just think about $1,800 while you were asleep. Like, I've never had a job that would pay me $1,800 while I was asleep. Right? If I was asleep on the job, like, I'd be lucky to get a paycheck the next time around. I don't know why I've never really put those words like you can be asleep on the job and still make 1,800 bucks. But then I got to seeing, man, if I could learn those skills and get better and better and create that following and start having those $300 a day on average, why couldn't I continue to get better and start averaging 900 or $600 a day? That's $219,000 a year. That would really change things for me and my family, right? Being completely debt free. We could build the house that we want on the land that we want. We could have college funds taken care of. And then it creates options like, do I really want to continue working 9, 10, 12 hour days at work? Or do I want to be at home with my family? If you can't build anything, I bet you can build a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Um, right? And then continue to get better and start averaging $900 days. That's $328,000 a year. Listen, just in 3 years alone with just that, it's over $600,000. And like I said, I couldn't see that in the beginning, and that was okay. I saw enough hope in me. I saw the program working for other people. I saw the program working for people like Christina. I saw the program working for people like Brian, like Ashley, all kinds of people, right? There's 56,000 people inside our community. People every single day sharing stories of how they made $900 while they were in the drop-off line at school because the automated system, because Blaze making $1,800 in their sleep because of the automated system, promoting done for you digital products that somebody else created. And the power in that I saw was that I didn't have to create something. I didn't have the time to do it, but I also wasn't out, trying to sell a water bottle on the Talk Shop for 30 bucks and making 10%. Like how many $30 water bottles making 3 bucks do you have to sell to make $900 when you could sell one digital product and make $900? Yeah, 300 water bottles. Like, those people are counting on going viral, but you don't have to do that here. Like, you don't have to have a massive following. You don't have to have 10,000 followers to make $10,000 a month. But you have to be coachable. You have to be consistent. And if you want to make money online, you have to have something to sell, a product or a service. You have to have your videos be discoverable. You can't just make videos hoping something goes out there and lands. But when you actually find out how social media works and how to use it to your advantage, how to monetize your phone, how to monetize your social media, how to sell digital products, how to create your own digital products, how to create your own community around whatever it is you like to do that you could turn into a $10,000 a month passive recurring income. Like it is life changing, absolutely life changing. But listen, does it help that you're already monetized? So that means you got a following, right? Um, yeah, 12K followers. Like, so it's kind of tricky. I'd have to look at your content. I mean, definitely you've got a following that likes your content for whatever reason, right? What's your content about, brother? Why is it not working? Firefighter ran motivation. Dude, so if your content's about firefighters, from a little bit I know about a lot of firefighters, is that a lot of them have side gigs. They have side jobs. I know guys that build fences. I know guys that haul off junk, trash, whatever. They got some roll off bins, doing stuff like that. Guys that mow yards, handyman, stuff like that, right? Because on their days off, they're trying to do something else to create some extra income. So you could absolutely crush it. But with that following that you already have, based around being a firefighter, going, I mean, right? It could be content as simple as this. Like, guys, I always thought that I would just, um, you know, live at the firehouse. I don't know if you got a side gig. You got a side gig besides social media, right? It could be something like, I thought the only way I could serve people and make money was being a firefighter. But I found a program teaching me how to create income in the online space. But now I get to help other people do the same thing. I get to help other firefighters create income from their phone in a couple hours a day so that when they're on their days off, they can actually spend that time with their family. And having an automated system run for you allows you to do that. That means you're not glued to your phone, you're not glued to your laptop, you're not out hustling, trading hours for dollars. Listen, if you want some more information, drop ready in the comments. Like the program teaches you how to package your story, like where you were, what you saw, what you did, those pain points in your life. Right? My pain points were missing the ball games, missing dinner with my family, working the long hours. I hated mowing every day. My allergies were fired up. Eyes were itching, noses all stopped up. I got stickers all over me. I'm out there, it's 114 degrees, dry in the Texas Panhandle. The wind's blowing 40 miles an hour. I'm like, hated it, but I didn't know anything else to do. Yeah. Years before that, it was long hours at the plant, going on call outs that when I was working pipeline, going on call out that's 2 hours away and have to get a station back up and running in the middle of the night, leaving my family here. Right. And I know, right, working those long shifts, like thinking about your family at home, thinking, how am I supposed to protect my family when I'm not there? How am I supposed to provide not only financially, but time, love, discipline? Like kids spell love TIM. I know when I work turnaround, I know it's coming, right? Like we're in week 2 of 10 weeks. And by the end of it, like my wife's missing me and it causes some tension because I'm always at work because I'm not here to help with the kids. I'm not here to help with the dishes or the laundry or just sit down and spend some time with her. So, with that being said, listen, I hate to hop off and run before I get to answer any more questions, but speaking of my wife, I'm going to go spend some time with her, spend some time with the kids. So here's the thing. If you want some more information, here's what you can send me a message. Okay. If you want to find out more about it, you can click on that link in my bio. Take a look. Here's what you'll do. You'll drop your email in. You will see a picture of me. Drop your email in there. You'll see a short video from me. And I'm going to introduce Michelle, the one that created this program. She was a single mother of 6, grandma of 5, went from a brand new complete beginner, didn't know the first thing about creating content, making money in online space. And 3 years later, here she is over $9 million. Right. This is so, and I'm not, yeah, it sounds crazy, but she mentors us daily with, on average, a 5-minute video daily telling us what to do. She gives us live mentorship multiple times a week where we can hop on a Zoom and talk. So, all that, like, that's why it's important. She's the one that created this program. You're going to learn some more about how that automated system can work for you too. Then you can see all 4 programs, but here's what I would rather you do, right? I would rather you reach out to me after you check that out, because I will send you an email, or my automated system will send you an email within 5 minutes. So probably by the time my video is done, you'll have an email. If it's not in your inbox, check your spam, junk, promotions folder. Email me back there. That gets away from the scammers here and the spammers. Sent you a message. Look forward to hearing from you. Sounds good, brother. Um, right. And you can get inside my community for free for the first 7 days. After that, it's $47 a month, but it's my customers get in there for free. Um, but I've got plenty of other dads in there that aren't my customers, people that didn't get started with me, but they want that community of men, the community of men that are fighting for their family's freedom in a different way. Because I don't think, I know we need each other, because the banana off the bunch always gets peeled, and we need to lift each other up, and not just in online business, but in life, in leadership, in faith, in our marriages. Like, we need men as sounding boards, and sometimes we need men to give us a swift kick in the butt and be like, "Hey, suck it up, Buttercup. You got a family to take care of. Don't quit now." Right? Oh, you had a bad month. What else are you gonna do? Like, I think there can be some women like that that can be leaders like that, but men men need men. So, but yeah, I get your message as soon as I get off here. I'll respond to you, and then the best way to get a hold of me is through that email. Shoot, I'll even set up a Zoom call if you want. We can hop on the phone, talk about it for a little bit, set something up maybe tomorrow. My wife's got MRI tomorrow evening, so maybe we could set something up and actually just hash it out. So, give you the good, the bad, the ugly. See if it's for you, right? It may be for you, and I would absolutely love to help you, because, man, I know what's possible when you don't give up and you keep pushing through. And I want that for other men. I want that for other dads. But it may not be for you, and that's okay too. If it's not, I'm not going to hassle you and haggle you. You can hit unsubscribe from the emails. You say, you don't even have to tell me no thanks. You can be polite and be like, yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'm not going to be texting you, calling you. Like, I don't have time to do that. All right. So if y'all want some more information, shoot me a DM. Just say, hey, I was on your live. I want some more information. Or you can click that link in my bio if you want to just see some more information for yourself. Look for that email from me. Inbox, spam, junk, promotions. At this month, at this point, I can't even read. That's how tired I am. At this point, I'll try pretty much anything to better provide for sure. Listen, man, like, if you want a community of men that are locking arms, changing families' future, learning how to create income in the online space, I'm here for it, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely.